Looks like the bust of a famous dead musician. I guess Mozart will soon have his face carved in marble like that. Well, not too soon, I hope. Two Rosicrucians standing guard. They may recognize me. I better not get any closer. If I can neutralize the masked Rosicrucian, he could get me a means to freely move inside the opera. That's not as easy to use as a policeman's baton, but there is nothing else to do the task. Hey, you! Yes, you! Would you come closer? I have a question. Are you the owner of that horrendous corporal fragrance? His head is going to ache when he wakes up. That's a small price to pay for a noble cause. On top of that, his costume fits me like a glove. Here, I look like a true Rosicrucian. I'd like to play the piano the way Mozart does. Alas for me, this thing is all but a stack of wood and metallic strings. I hope Mozart will not hold a grudge against me if I steal a string from his instrument. Let me in. The high priest wants me to check that everything is in order. He doesn't budge. Vanna mentioned a password. If only I could remember it. Rats! That doesn't seem to be the right password.
Hold on, my friend. You have no business here.
Well, I've been...
Shut up. Get back outside and get on the lookout in the entrance hall.
I was asked to fetch Mozart.
Halford takes care of that. He keeps him in his office until the beginning of the performance. And now take your leave.
I thought Keller was going to identify me. I need to be more careful.
Take your leave, please. I'd like to be alone.
How about that? Here's Anton Epoch. I saw your portrait in your father's mansion while making my own private investigation to try to solve the mystery around your so-called death.
Really? And who might you be?
Elin Havel, Bohemian patriot and companion of Mozart in this helter-skelter of an adventure.
Mozart? Where is he? I fear I've dragged him into something that may cost him his life.
Alas, he is a prisoner at the hands of your father's Rosicrucian friends.
I know an infernal machine is hidden somewhere in the opera.
Please, do try to tell me more.
It's one of my father's works. It is set to explode at the end of the performance of the symphony I composed. That is, unless...
Unless what? I've got to know.
Unless the orchestra plays the symphony as Mozart originally composed it, and not the way I twisted it. If it does, he will turn off the bomb. The Beatles will react to the musical signals and cease to impose the hypnotic power on the thugs employed by my father.
What can be done then?
We need to find Mozart and get him to interpret the last movement of his 38th symphony. That will stop the countdown on the bomb. The Beetle is a machine conceived by my father. It gets whoever wears it in some kind of trance, an animal magnetism, which turns them into docile and obedient human automatons.
Sounds like an original method to make yourself new friends.
A golden beetle keeps Joseph II under its spell. The Emperor is now some kind of automaton at the mercy of Prussia and the Rosicrucians.
What should we do then?
The weak spot of the automaton is that you can stop it if you interpret a mix of my symphony and the original one by Mozart. Your interpretation of the symphony must be nothing less than masterful. If it isn't, the Beatles could be confused and kill their hosts. The conspirators want to get Leopold on his brother's throne.
And what's the role of the Prussians and the Rosicrucians?
Leopold has promised to give Prussia control of Bohemia in return for the help. Wollner, the Prime Minister in Berlin, is pulling all the strings, and he has the support of his Rosicrucian brothers. Mozart is the only one who can save us. Try to keep him safe while I go looking for the bomb.
He seems under the spell of one of the Beetle machines of your father.
You can deactivate it by using this small device. It's called a Hiram magnetizer. In order to get it to work, you'll need an iron thread. Hurry up, and good luck. I will join you as soon as I manage to find the bomb. Do you have news about Mozart?
Here's the famous elixir. Maybe there's a way I can use it to neutralize Hofer. Mazzini keeps a close check on the Emperor. I can't do anything now. I'd better be as discreet as possible. A flask of sleeping potion. This may come in handy. He lets me in. Perfect. All without God and nothing with him. That's a wicked way to spoof the motto of the Hohenzollern.
Good to see you, Rosicrucian. Do you want to make yourself useful? Whenever autumn comes back, my arthritis starts killing me. Could you go fetch some Colchide elixir? I gave it this morning to the Kapellmeister. I'm sure he carefully stored the bottle in his box. He tries to appease his gout with the elixir, but right now I need it more than he does. So, how about the bottle? I am expecting it. At last! I thought you were never going to bring it to me.
Mozart seems dazed. He seems to be under the influence of a mechanical beetle. It must be a machine made by the damned clockmaker. I need to destroy the automaton without harming Mozart.
Who are you? What am I doing here?
I am Elon, your friend. The lodge, the prison, the bridge. We spent most of the night together.
Good Lord, the bomb. What happened to it?
Nothing decisive yet. Now is the time when everything will play out. And it's you, Mozart, and you alone who can save us. You've been hypnotized by one of Mishka Epoch's beetles. Luckily, Anton, his son, gave me the means of setting you free. We need to act fast now. You have to direct the orchestra and get it to interpret your very own symphony in place of Anton's pastiche. That's the only way we can put an end to the conspiracy.
How can I do that, Elon? I feel completely helpless.
Anton told me you need to interpret your symphony mixed with his pastiche, and that somehow it will stop the bomb from exploding.
That's impossible. The Rosicrucians are going to arrest me the moment I get into the concert hall.
Not at all, Mozart. They believe you are still under Epoch's spell. Let them believe that it is still the case, and you'll be home free.
You want me to direct as if I was some kind of automaton? In front of all these people? That will ruin my reputation.
On the contrary, Mozart, as soon as you manage to get behind the lectern, you'll have to play as if your very life depended on it. Only an outstanding performance will get the bomb to stop.
Did you see the Emperor?
He's in the hall, in the front seats. Only an exceptional execution of the symphony can save him. If you are not your very best self, Mozart, the beetle carried by the Emperor could kill him, like the poor apprentice who stood for Anton Epoch at the temple.
How about Vanna Spacek?
The river carried her away. I saw her disappear into the night. And the worst torment is not knowing whether she's alive or dead. I loved that woman, Mozart. But I guess I only admitted it tonight when I saw her sink in the black waters of the Moldau. Good luck, Mozart. I'll be in the concert hall.